Ladies, let me ask you something. Have you ever walked into a salon, pointed to a haircut in a magazine, and walked out looking like your tax accountant's ex-wife from 1982? Or worse, like your grandson's drawing of you when he was 3? Today, we're not just talking haircuts. We're talking hair traps. Yes, those sneaky little styles that promise sophistication but deliver retired-from-style realness. Listen, just because you're over 60 doesn't mean your haircut should say, "I'm available for bingo and early bird discounts only." No, ma'am. You are vibrant, wise, and probably have better Wi-Fi than your grandkids. And your hair should reflect that. So grab a cup of tea, or wine, no judgment here. Because we're about to spill the salon secrets and expose the 3 haircuts that absolutely do not flatter women over 60. And trust me, number 2 is so outdated, it still uses dial-up internet. Let's save your style, your selfies, and possibly your next family reunion. Roll up those sleeves, or shawls. And let's begin. Welcome, beautiful ladies of wisdom. If you're over 60 and still lighting up every room you walk into, even if that room is your living room with a good book and better lighting, then you're in the right place. Now, let's be honest. Aging is a privilege. But bad haircuts? That's just a bad decision. One that you don't have to make anymore. In this video, we're not here to shame anyone. We've all had that one haircut that looked great on the model but made us look like we were halfway to becoming a lampshade. It happens. But today, we're setting the record straight, with kindness, style, and a pinch of mischief. We'll be going into 3 popular haircuts that promise youth and elegance, but end up doing the exact opposite. These cuts can drag your whole look down faster than a cheap pair of support stockings. And we're not letting that happen to you, so if you've ever looked in the mirror and thought, "Why do I look like I manage a typewriter repair shop?" Don't worry, we've got you covered. Let's start with the first sneaky little cut that's fooling far too many fabulous women. Haircut 1. The bowl. Bob, aka the mushroom disaster. Now, let's talk about a haircut that should have been left behind along with VHS tapes and shoulder pads, the helmet bob. You know the one. It's thick, rounded, same length all around, and stiff enough to survive a windstorm and possibly a small hurricane. The kind of cut that looks like someone gently placed a salad bowl on your head and said, "That's it, that's the look." Now don't get me wrong, a bob can be incredibly flattering, when done right. But the bowl bob is not one of those cases. It gives no movement, no lift, no shape, just volume. And not the glamorous kind, more like, "I'm hiding snacks in here for later" volume. Why it doesn't flatter? For starters, this cut adds width in all the wrong places, especially around the jawline, which for many women becomes softer with age. Instead of elongating your face or highlighting your beautiful cheekbones, this style just makes everything look rounder, puffier, and, dare I say, a bit like a very stylish marshmallow. And let's not forget the back. It often sits flat against the neck like someone tried to iron it. There's no shape, no angle, no lift, just a flat, heavy curtain of hair hanging on for dear life. Plus, the bowl bob has 0 personality. It's the haircut equivalent of saying, "I'll have water at a wine tasting." What happens when you wear it? Well, here's the scene. You get dressed up in a fabulous outfit. Maybe a silk blouse, a tasteful necklace, a touch of perfume. You feel radiant. You step outside. And your hair says, "I'm here for bingo night and a heated political debate over prune juice." What to choose instead? If you love the idea of a bob, and many women do, then opt for a textured bob or a layered asymmetrical bob. These versions have movement, life, and, dare I say, flirtation. They add lift at the crown, frame the face gently, and bring a lightness that takes years off your appearance without looking like you're trying to look 25 again. Ask your stylist for layers that suit your face shape, especially ones that lift the cheekbones or elongate the neck. A side part can also soften the look and give your features a fresh, graceful highlight. And don't underestimate the power of a bit of tousle. A slightly undone bob says, "I'm elegant but fun, and I know where I left my glasses. Thank you very much." Bonus tip. If you're going for a bob, Avoid blunt cuts at the jawline unless your face is naturally very angular. Otherwise, it can make your face look square and heavier than it is. Haircut 2, the triangle cut, aka the pyramid scheme. All right, ladies, gather close, because this next haircut has fooled more women than a telemarketer offering free cruises. Let's talk about the triangle cut, or as I lovingly call it, the pyramid scheme. You might not even know you have it. That's how sneaky it is. You go to the salon, ask for something simple, and come out looking like your hair is trying to take over the lower half of your face. This is the style that starts flat at the crown, has zero lift, and then fans out dramatically toward the jaw and shoulders, forming a perfect triangle. Just like that geometry test you once failed on purpose to avoid becoming an engineer. What's wrong with it? Well, for one, it adds all the wrong volume in all the wrong places, especially around the jaw and neck, which, if we're being honest, are usually not the areas we want to emphasize after 60. Instead of elongating the face, lifting the cheekbones, or giving bounce and movement, this haircut says, "Behold, I am wide." It creates a bottom-heavy silhouette, which can make your neck look shorter and your face look rounder. And unless you're auditioning to be a backup dancer in a 1960s Motown group, that's not the energy we're going for. Let me paint the picture. You step out in your favorite outfit. The earrings are on. Your lipstick? Flawless. You're ready to conquer the world, and then your hair enters the room 2 seconds before you do. The volume on the sides is doing overtime, puffing out like you're trying to smuggle muffins under each ear. And don't even try tucking it behind your ears. That just makes it look like you're wearing furry shoulder pads. How did this happen? This cut usually comes from stylists who play it safe. One length, no layers, no angles, just snip, snip, and send you home. It's fast, it's easy, and unfortunately, it's flattering to no one over 30. It's also a style that gets worse over time. As it grows out, the triangle just gets wider, like it's trying to apply for citizenship on your shoulders. What to choose instead? The fix, shape, lift, and movement. Ask your stylist for layers that lift the crown, not widen the base, a soft taper around the jawline to bring attention upward, face framing angles to open up your features and elongate your look. Even better, a subtle side part and a few well-placed layers near the cheekbones can give you a lifted, elegant look, the kind of style that says, "Yes, I drink tea, but I also know how to handle champagne." Want to keep some length? You still can. Just make sure the volume isn't building up like a beehive at the bottom of your head. Think feathered, not flared. Graceful, not geometric. Bonus tip: if you're worried about thinning hair on top, and who isn't, adding volume at the crown with light layering and a bit of styling mousse will give the illusion of fullness, without turning your head into a wedge of cake. So let's review. If your current haircut could double as a traffic cone or a camping tent, it's time to let it go. The triangle cut may have been easy, but so is wearing sweatpants to a wedding. That doesn't make it right. Stay with me, because haircut 3 is the one that looks harmless but sneaks up on your style like a bad blind date, and you deserve better. Haircut 3, the baby bang blunder, aka the accidental toddler. Ah, yes. Bangs. They can be your best friend or your most dramatic frenemy. Let's talk about one bang style in particular, one that has no business being anywhere near a grown woman's forehead, the baby bang. Or, as I like to call it, the accidental toddler. This is the fringe that stops way too early. It's the one that hovers somewhere in the middle of your forehead like it's afraid of commitment. You know, those super short bangs that look like the hairstylist got startled mid-cut and just said, "Well, let's go with it." Why it doesn't flatter? Where do we begin? First, baby bangs are a hard look to pull off at any age, and once you're over 60, they go from quirky to questionable real fast. Instead of softening the face, they shrink it, drawing attention to the forehead in a way that exaggerates lines, texture, and skin tone variation, things that no woman needs spotlighted in 4K detail. They also tend to cut the face in half visually, making everything appear more compressed. If you have a strong jawline, It can make your face look even more bottom-heavy. If your face is already round or short, it can make it look like your entire head is made of forehead. And the worst part? They don't grow out fast enough. For weeks, sometimes months, you're stuck looking like someone trimmed your bangs using kindergarten scissors during a blackout. Let me paint the scene. You wake up, look in the mirror, and there it is. A thin, awkward line of fringe staring back at you like a bad eyebrow tattoo. You try to style it, brush it down, brush it sideways, pin it back. Nothing works. It just sits there, stubborn and smug, like it knows it's ruining your day and doesn't care. What made you get them in the first place? Maybe you saw a picture of a celebrity wearing them on the red carpet. But let me be honest. That celebrity had a glam squad, Photoshop, perfect lighting, and possibly an entire production team hiding behind that fringe. You, my dear, have a real life. You deserve a real haircut. What to choose instead? Now, if you do love bangs, and many women do, the good news is there are bangs that flatter beautifully after 60. Try side-swept bangs. Soft, flattering, and great at hiding forehead lines without drawing attention to them. Wispy, longer fringe. Feathered bangs that blend naturally with the rest of your haircut. Curtain bangs. A gentle part down the middle that frames the face and elongates the features instead of chopping them. These options can add softness, highlight your eyes, and make your look feel fresh without veering into kindergarten territory. Bonus tip. Always cut bangs longer than you think you need. You can always trim more later. Once they're too short, well, your hat collection might come in handy. To recap, if your bangs look like they were inspired by a 4-year-old's DIY haircut, they probably were. Let's save the baby bangs for actual babies and give your elegant face the frame it truly deserves. You're not a toddler. You're not an art student trying to shock your parents. You're a glorious, grown, gorgeous woman. Let your hair say that, loud and proud. And there you have it, ladies. The 3 haircuts that promise youth but secretly steal your sparkle. Now remember, hair is powerful. It frames your face, reflects your mood, and whispers little things about who you are before you even speak. So why let an outdated, unflattering cut tell the wrong story? You're not invisible. You're not past your prime. In fact, you're in one of the richest, wisest, and most fabulous chapters of life. And your hair should reflect that, not cling to trends from 1987. So the next time you walk into a salon, don't say just trim the usual. Say, let's find the best version of me. Because you deserve a cut that flatters your face, lifts your confidence, and maybe, just maybe, makes your ex's new girlfriend wonder what your secret is. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with that friend who still has the same cut from her wedding day in 1974. Until next time, stay bold, stay beautiful, and remember, the best accessory is a haircut that actually likes you back.